Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Hope you are fine and enjoying good health and peace. This is week 15 and we are going to cover lesson 29 and 30. Our today's discussion is extremely important from many aspects, especially for the students of computer sciences, engineering and related sciences. The topic is description of mechanisms and the description of process. Description of mechanism and process objectives are to guide and train the students about the following concepts: description of mechanism, introduction to mechanism, introduction to process, difference between mechanism and process, significance of mechanism and process in engineering and designing, examples of mechanisms and process, and writing techniques for mechanisms and process. Dear students, today's discussion is the hub of technical writing or engineering writing, because these two lectures make 80% of your technical report. Whether you design something, you write the operator's manual, you elaborate the procedure of designing something, you elaborate the procedure to follow and execute certain functions, all and everything is summed up in these two basic concepts. Well, the very first concept we have mechanism. What do we mean by mechanism? Mechanism in general sense is called functions, is called the mechanical working of some machine. Mechanical working of some machine, an object or a system in generally is called mechanism. Well, in slang with the computer professionals, it is called functionality, that how something functions. In this discussion, the word machine is the important thing. We must have a concept of machine. A machine is an instrument machine is set of instruments that works as a unit, and each part helps out the other, and finally it performs a function is called machine. Clear? Machines are of many types. There are simple machines, there are complex machines, fine, and the concept of machine also exists within us. For example, we take the concept example of machine. You have the click pencil in your hand. Simple thing that you are writing with is a click pencil, and a click pencil is used to write on. But if you explore scientifically, that click pencil is not just a stick, it is a unit composed up of many parts, and every part is specifically designed, fixed on the physical rules. Fine. Let's see how it happens that a click pencil has, you have seen, if you open the click pencil and you find that there is a nib, and within the nib is a small ball. Clear. The nib is made of metal, and behind the nib is a plastic tube. The plastic tube is filled with ink. Clear. On the plastic tube there are edges. Clear. And then you find the exterior. That exterior is specifically designed. We poke the uh, the hook, or we poke the nib or and the plastic tube in it, and there are edges, and there is, you find a jack and spring, and everything is fixed. And finally, when you make to press from the back, the very nib comes out of the exterior. You hold it and you rub against the surface, and it writes. However, it is simple one, but it is called machine. And you have seen that if there is no jack, if there is no plastic tube, if there is no nib, even if there is not the small ball that rolls in the pen, it is not working. So every component is adjusted and harmonized with the other. This is called machines. Machines are also exist everywhere. For example, tube light is a machine, fan is a machine, nail cutter is a machine, click pencil is a machine, a wrist watch is a machine, laptop a complex machine. Fine. Similarly, natural machines, all the creatures, whether they are germs till the complex long whale or even human beings, they are all machines. That's, for example, human beings are the most complex machine devised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What we have in us, like brain, mind, is a complex thing. It is still being discovered. Mind have neurons that hold the memory. Then you have eyes. Then you have ears. Then we have heart. Okay. These are the natural things, but now see that all the artificial machines which are there in our surrounding, basically the imitation of the natural machines. For example, the camera, CCTV camera, it is the imitation of the human eye, that how we watch. So the concept of camera is basically traced from the human eye. Okay. Similarly, you have ears. These means you use the cell phone and you find that these what we say, like the boosters of the these towers, they just work like human ear, that the waves to travel clear, and they are received, they are transformed into signals clear, and then sounds are harmonized, that our brain can, ear can receive and brain can absorb, and accordingly we listen. Fine. So these are the imitations. And similarly, heart, you have seen. For mind, for example, in computer sciences you use the neural networks. Where this idea comes from? Computers are not that old as the old in the human beings. So humans do have the neurons. Clear? that capacity is sending and receiving signals that use memory. Fine. So basically the memory and neurons and all these concepts which are used in computer sciences basically, or especially in artificial intelligence, are borrowed from the natural biological sciences or the other related fields. Let me do it further. For example, engine of a machine, for example car, and you use the word valves, clear, and you find this word valves in the heart. So what it means, that the engine of a car is just like the function or the theory is based on the human heart, clear. To some extent it is not fully that human heart, clear, but to some extent the concept is derived from that, clear. There is a pumping machine and all, fine. This is called that even the most of the artificial machines are the imitation of the natural machines. Well, now what is our objectives? What we want to learn? Actually, in engineering, science and technology, the students basically have to design technology, develop technology, and they have to express it. Let's, for example, you use Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, email, clear, and many others. So these machines have to be expressed. However, they are intangible machines. But how we speak, how we upload data on Facebook, how Facebook managed to give us different kind of alerts, clear, how it gives us a list of possible people that we may want to like or select. There are algorithms, and those are all called mechanics. So student of engineering have to express, and it is very important thing that in our entire uh, course we are used to writing essays and stories, but we are not trained in writing mechanisms. So writing a science is something different, and that is much more necessary. Fine. So all these things actually are covered in writing mechanisms and process. So mechanism basically is a single functionality. For example, how a message is received in WhatsApp, clear, is single functionality. Whereas the process, that how WhatsApp processes the entire data including videos and this and that, that is called process, clear. Mechanism a single functionality, and process is the series of related functions that design or develop a full system is called process, clear. These concepts make 80% of the discussion. I hope you have understood the importance of mechanisms and processes. In the next video we are going to talk about mechanism in detail, and then we'll discuss the description of process. Thank you very much.